Welcome to one and all. My name is Dr. Praneeth, and today we will see the fourth part of this topic, phenols, aromatic amines, and acid. In this one, we will see about amines, because we finished phenols, right? We move on to the amines and see what is called amines or their different properties, structure of the reactions of the amines, and finally we will see some uses also. So now let's move on to this topic, amines. So what are amines? So amines actually are the derivatives of ammonia. So it is a simple, the compound is ammonia, right? NH3 is a very common and very important chemical, because for the fertilizer we need ammonia. Without ammonia we cannot make the fertilizers. So these amines are derived from ammonia, meaning it is prepared from ammonia. Starting material will be ammonia. Amines can be prepared from the ammonia. That's why it is called as a derivative of ammonia. There are different classifications of amines. Importantly, there are two different classifications. That is, one is the aliphatic amines. So what is meant by aliphatic? We have already seen alkyl groups, right? CH3, CH2, CH3, like that. CH3, 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 all the compound having only simple carbon and hydrogen are called alkyl group. So aliphatic is meaning it is having an alkyl group, or so these amines, aliphatic amines, contain alkyl groups only, not any aromatic, not any benzene ring or phenyl rings. So that's why this is called as an aliphatic amine. For example, here given is methylamine. So formula will be CH3NH2, right? Amines is NH2 group. So methylamine is CH3NH2 group, NH2, and dimethylamine, which is CH3NH2, etc. So this is the first classification of amine, one of the classification. This next one is the aromatic amines. So aromatic we already know, meaning it's contain a benzene ring or the phenyl, that ring structure. It is called as an aromatic, and we also know that to be classified as an aromatic compound, it should follow few rules like planar. It should follow the Occult's rule. It should contain the delocalized pi electrons, like that. So if we satisfy this, it is called as an aromatic group. So aromatic amines meaning it is having an benzene ring or aromatic ring in that amine. For example, aniline. Aniline is a benzene containing an NH2 group. So it is an example of aromatic amine. N-methylanilene, so it is having an CH3 group also. It is also classified as an aromatic ring because because it is contained an aromatic ring, etc. So now let's check the structure and synthesis of this amines. So before going this, there are also different types of amines. So we have seen the classification. Classification is finished. It's an aliphatic amine, aromatic amine, right? So under this classification, there is also different types. For example, in the case of aliphatic amine, we have three different types. Primary amines. This 1 to the power of this naught is called as a primary. 1 to the power of that naught is a primary. So if you can designate primary amine like this: 1 naught amine, secondary amine 2 to the power of naught amine, and tertiary amine, like that. So there are three different types: primary amines, secondary amine, and tertiary amine under the classification. So aliphatic amines also contain primary aliphatic amine, secondary aliphatic amine, tertiary aliphatic amine, and aromatic amines also contain primary aromatic amine, secondary aromatic amine, and tertiary aromatic amine. So now let's check the structures and examples. So this is the example of aliphatic amines. There are three different amines. We already know that different types, right? Primary amines, secondary amine, and tertiary amine. So CH3NH2 is called as a primary amine because it is having only one CH3 group. Remaining two are hydrogen atom. And this is the secondary. Dimethylamine is a secondary amine. It is contained two CH3 group and NH. And this is the tertiary amine. It is having all the hydrogens are replaced by CH3 group. So it's called trimethylamine or tertiary amine. So what will be the definition of this primary, secondary and tertiary? If one of the hydrogen in the ammonia is replaced by a CH3 group or other alkyl group, it is called an primary aliphatic amines. Similarly, for dimethylamine or this secondary aliphatic amine, the definition will be two of the hydrogens in the ammonia are replaced by an alkyl, two alkyl groups. It's aliphatic secondary amine. And similarly, if all the hydrogens in the ammonia are replaced, okay, there are three hydrogens are replaced by C3CH3 group. Here, this is example or alkyl group. It is called as a tertiary amine. So this is the structure of these three amines and the three different types of aliphatic amines. Very similarly, we can also define aromatic primary amine, aromatic secondary amine, aromatic tertiary amine. Here are the examples. These are the examples of aromatic amines. This is aniline, which I already discussed. It's having an aromatic ring attached to the NH2 group. So how to define this? Aromatic primary amine is one of the hydrogen in the ammonia is replaced by an aromatic ring. So this is the secondary amine, secondary aromatic amine. It's having one of the CH3 group, one CH3 group and one aromatic ring. We can also substitute two aromatic ring. Still, it is an secondary amine. But for simple reason, we have given I have given this structure. So it's having one aromatic ring and one CH3. You can see only one hydrogen is present here. It is secondary amine. And in this one, the tertiary one, there is no hydrogen. All the hydrogen are replaced by alkyl group or aromatic ring. But important example here, it is one of the substitution group should be aromatic ring in order to be a tertiary aromatic amines. These are the examples of aliphatic amines, and these are the examples, three examples of aromatic amines. So with this, let's move on to see a synthesis of amines. So how to prepare amines. So we already know it is a derivative of ammonia. That meaning is it is should start from ammonia in the synthesis, right? It has to be produced from ammonia. So we put ammonia here, okay, as a starting material, and this is the common reactant, methyl chloride. So we start with the methyl chloride plus ammonia. You can see this chloride and one of the hydrogen, that is in the form of proton, is removed as an HCl. One of the hydrogen is gone from here, ammonia, and once chloride is gone, and then remaining will attach, right? Then you will get, so you can write like this: H3CH3 NH2, because one hydrogen is gone, one chloride is gone, as an HCl plus HCl. So we will get methylamine in this fashion. So if you react with methyl chloride plus ammonia, you will get methylamine plus HCl. So methylamine, we already know it is contain two hydrogens, so it is a primary amine. Next we will see how to prepare this secondary amine. The important point here to note is you start with the same reactant, methyl chloride. So here also same, in the case of primary amine also same reactant, in the case of secondary amine also same reactant. But only we change the, instead of, in the place of ammonia, we change to methylamine. So this product here we put here, simply you put here, this is same, you get hydrogen, one of the hydrogen is gone from here, and Cl is gone from here, like in this case, HCl is gone, so you may, remaining thing will attach and you will get this secondary amine. The name of this is dimethylamine, because it is contained two methyl, so di means two. Next we will see the synthesis of tertiary amine. So tertiary amine is again, you start with the same starting material, methyl chloride. So you can see here, this is same. You only change here. Instead of ammonia, in the case of secondary amine, you change to methylamine, that is this one. And in the case of to prepare the trimethylamine, you put this secondary amine here. So this one we put here, trimethylamine. Only one nitrogen is here, that is also removed. Chloride is removed from here as HCl. Then this CH3 will attach here. You will get the trimethylamine. So this is a very simple scheme. So you can easily remember how to prepare primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. This is synthesis of aliphatic amines. For aromatic amine, it is same. You change, instead of CH3, you change to you put a benzene ring, benzyl chloride. You start, you will get aniline, dimethyl aniline, right? So we can change it by changing only here CH benzene ring. The product will automatically change. So this synthesis is a common synthesis we can apply for any amines. CH3 CH2Cl. If you change it, you will get ethylamine. Right? We start from, you change here CH3 CH2Cl. Instead of CH3, you get ethylamine. Instead of methylamine, you get ethylamine. Like that, you can change, you can modify, you can play with the substitution and get the desired amines. So let's move on to see. So now, so far we have seen the, what are amines, right? Their classification, their different types, structure, examples, and also we have seen a general synthesis of amines. Now let's move on to see their important reactions. First important reaction is amines reaction with acid. So reaction with acid. This is very important because amines are base. So it can react easily with acid to give salt. Right? So base will react, will get salt easily. So this is an example I have given here. This is aniline. On treatment with hydrochloric acid, HCl, you will immediately get less salt. So this hydrogen goes here and protonate, right? When the hydrogen is gone as a proton, because HCl is an acid. Acid is meaning is, acid means it liberates H plus or it gives H plus, right? So the H plus it will give. This H plus will go and protonate the NH2. It will attach the NH2. So the N become a positive charge because one more bond is increased. It has no electrons to accommodate, so it becomes a positive charge. These electrons are gone. If you lose electron, it will become a positive charge. Then this chloride minus ion will go to balance the charge, to neutralize the charge. Because once a positive charge is here, you need a negative charge ions. So chloride is already having a negative charge. It is present here, so it will go and attach. So we will get anilinium hydrochloride, which is a salt. So important thing to remember is reaction with an amine plus acid, you will get a salt. Same thing, if we change to the benzene ring to a CH3 group, CH3NH2, you will get CH3NH3 plus Cl minus. Change, put CH3 instead of this benzene ring, you will get methylinium hydrochloride. So these are the reaction, important reaction with acid. Now let's move on to check the reactivity or reactions of amine in electrophilic reactions. We already know what is meant by electrophilic reactions. Electrophiles are positive charge species, right? So this is the chlorination reaction given as an example. This is an aniline aromatic ring with an NH2 group. Chlorination reaction meaning it will react with chlorine molecule Cl2. So it will react with Cl2, you will get two products here, orthochloroaniline and parachloroaniline. Two products here because it is an NH2 is an electron donating group, so it will give two products. We have already discussed electron donating group. If you put it like phenol, we have seen in phenol, if you put a OH group in benzene, the OH group is an electron donating group, so it will give two products. Same thing here, this NH2 is an electron releasing group, so you will get two products. One is orthochloroaniline, the second one is parachloroaniline. This is a chlorination reaction. This is a nitration reaction. Second one, you treat aniline with actually you can change to bromine. Okay, if you change it bromine, you will get this is a bromination reaction. It is written orthobromoaniline you will get and parabromoaniline will get. So please change this NO2 to Br. Okay, so this is Br2, not NO2. Bromination reaction. Same thing, chlorine you change to bromine here, you will get orthobromoaniline and parabromoaniline. Now let's discuss about nitration reaction. Same product you will get, same type of product, ortho and para, two different types of product you will get. This is an example, same example I have given here, aniline. For nitration, what you need? The nitrating agent, that is an nitric acid, HNO3. You will get two products again, NO2 attached here, ortho portion and para portion. It is called as orthonitroaniline and paranitroaniline. So important thing is to remember is, if you have an electron donating group attached on the benzene ring, it will give two products, ortho and para, in the electrophilic reaction. And what are the examples of electrophilic reaction? Chlorination, bromination, nitration, sulfonation. For example, alkylation, all are examples of electrophilic reaction. So far we have seen reactions of amines, acid reaction and electrophilic reaction. Now let's move on to see the basic nature, the properties of amine. Very important chemical properties of amine is basic nature, basicity of amine. So why amines are basic in nature? So we all know that amine contain two lone pair of electron, which I draw here in the blue color, you can see, meaning it contains two electrons which are non-bonded, not participate in bonding, right? It is not, this electrons are free, two electrons are lone pair of electrons are free. So they are basic in nature because of the presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom. So this nitrogen atom contain two lone pair of electrons. So these electrons are free, so it can easily accept a proton, right? Base accepts proton, right? Accepts an proton or donates an electron pair. These are Lewis base. Amines are also Lewis base. Lewis base is meaning it's an electron pair donor. It is already having two electrons. Okay, so electron pair. Okay, two electrons are electron pair. It will donate this two electron pair. So this is a Lewis base also. So amines are basic in nature because of the presence of electrons on the nitrogen. Right? Electron pair on the nitrogen atom. They are also called as Lewis base because these two electrons can be donated very easily. So Lewis base definition will be, Lewis bases are electron pair donors. So amines are Lewis base. So so far this is all for this today's class. So in the next class we will see if you attach how the basic nature changing, right? How the basic nature is changing when you attach an electron donating group or electron withdrawing group, right? This is, we have already seen in phenol. Phenol, if you put an electron donating group, acidity of the phenol changing or decreasing. If you put an electron withdrawing group, acidity of the phenol is changing or decreasing or increasing. Same thing here. Instead of acidity, you think of basicity. If you attach an electron donating or electron withdrawing group, the acidity, basicity will be changing, decrease or increase. This important property we will see next class. So this is all for today, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you.